So my name is Joshua Goeknauer. I am the founder of G9 Technologies. Today I would like to go over how to connect an XYZ joystick using the G9 Visual Workbench. So what we're going to be using for this today is I've got my Raspberry Pi 3, I've got a Windows laptop, I have my analog to digital converter, which is actually the PCF 8591. Already have the jumper cables in it. And I've got a Sunfounder XYZ joystick, moves all directions, and the press is Z. And then for the software, I'll actually be using the G9 Visual Workbench. The first step, after you've already gotten your Raspberry Pi connected, if it's not connected, the previous video of installing and connecting your Raspberry Pi will help you, is to start setting up the wiring. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect ground to the negative side, and I'm going to connect my 3 volts to the positive side. So there, we've got power. Now I'm going to go ahead and set up the analog to digital converter. So this is going to be used when you're wanting to connect analog sensors to a Raspberry Pi, since it doesn't really have native support for that. So first off, you just connect your power to your power and your ground to your ground. So power and ground. You should see a blue light flash, and that means it's got power. And then you'll want to connect up your SCL and your SDA outputs to your SCL and SDA outputs on this red board here. This is using I2C. You won't have to worry about configuring that at all as long as you use the same software. So SCL and SDA. Now, in order to grab these inputs, we're going to want to take these open pins and move them down here to a different spot on the breadboard. Just pick any spot. Alright, so now we've got the ADC configured. We're going to want to go ahead and hook up the joystick. So your red and black are going to be your power and ground. So hook those up like you did with the other one. Red, black, and again, blue light comes on, that means the power is connected. And then in no particular order, you've got your 3 pins, which are going to relate to your X, Y, and Z outputs for the joystick. You can connect those to the same area as you connected the other 3. Okay, so it should be all good to go with this joystick. Now the next step is to bring up your Visual Workbench here. With the Raspberry Pi connected, you want to click the plus, come down to input and output, drag over your PCF 8591. Now we will open input value 0, 1, and 2. So you can see now that whenever I move the joystick, the input values are changing. Up and down is going to change value 0. Left to right changes value 1. And pressing it will change value 2. And now you have a joystick connected with the G9 Visual Workbench software.